Well, welcome, Washington State wrestling fans. We are live. Well, I'm not in Hawaii, but Tim's in Hawaii. So we're claiming we're live in Hawaii to discuss our national teams.
Well, welcome, Washington State wrestling fans.
Oh, man, that echo.
Live.
Hold on.
Well, I'm not in Hawaii, but Tim's in Hawaii.
It always does that. Every time I do this podcast, I got to remember to get it off the YouTube and just stay on Hangout. But anyway, we want to bring some information forth about national teams. I know people have been calling, emailing, and conversations are circling around the state regarding what it is we're doing, camps that are coming forward, the training sessions, state tournaments, what's going on in Vegas versus Pocatello. So we are going to dispel all myths and answer those questions for you guys today. First, I want to just clarify, Northwest Regionals that we run in March in Centralia is a regional qualifier for cadets and juniors. We did add schoolboys and girls. Well, girls were there last year, but we added schoolboys, excuse me, as a training opportunity just for them to wrestle side by side with the big guys. But if you are looking to go to kids nationals or be a national team member, I do recommend that you go to Vegas, get the seeding points and the criteria. If you're a youth, schoolboy and below, going to Atlanta, Georgia, just know that you can get a state chair waiver from Tim, and you do not have to go to Vegas and wrestle since it's in Vegas. We encourage everybody to go to Pocatello. The 11 states that make up the West region owns and operates that event. That is still our end-all, be-all, unless you're planning on going to Fargo. So definitely go to the Western States Championships in Pocatello, June. We have Turf Wars. I know we're getting a team down there for that with the girls. Steve Losi and Miguel Reyna, two of our good friends, are working on that. So get with them. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. Let's see. What else do I have on that agenda with the whole Pocatello Vegas thing? I think I covered it all.
I think you got it, buddy.
Cool. Well, coming up, we have our state tournament. Registration is open. Following our state tournament, if you're a schoolboy kid, you'll be contacted probably within the week. We're compiling a list of kids right now. You get on our website, WashingtonStateWrestling.com, click National Teams, Dual Team Interest Form. Please fill that out if you're wanting to be a national team member on the dual staff or dual team. Those things are very important, so we know who to keep our eyes out for when we're at the state and tournaments around the state as well. So with that, some good, exciting stuff after state. We'll select our dual teams. We'll get that out. Our flights are already booked. Schoolboys, you're leaving June 5th. You come back on the 11th. You're going to Indianapolis to compete there at Warren High School. Cadets, of course, we have it here in Spokane. Big news here. We're working on officials and getting all that. So if you're wanting to officiate officials, please let me know. And then juniors, you're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, June 18th through the 24th. Don't worry, juniors, I did not get you a 5:30 a.m. flight this time. You're leaving at 12:20 p.m. But you get back early in the morning. Sorry. But aside from that, the other change is women's nationals in Dallas, Texas, May 10th through the 14th. WSWA is going to be picking up the rooms and providing some transportation to and from the airport in Texas. You got to get to Texas. Next year, we're going to work out a few things. Andy Cook wanted to transition from doing the dual teams in Tulsa, and he wanted to put more emphasis on women's nationals, trying to get some girls to make that world team. I think we have 3 last year that made it. So I think it was a good move, but it kind of stinks that we're not going to go to Tulsa this year and fund that trip. So, but nonetheless, those are the big things that are coming up. We have Memorial Day camp for the national team kids at May 30th, 26th or something like that. Sorry, I don't know the exact dates, but Memorial Day weekend, Friday through Monday, Riverview here in Spokane. And then we have our other camp for the boys, June 30th through July 3rd. And we're working on a final camp for the girls that's different from the boys. So a lot of information being thrown right there. The big thing I wanted to talk about this year, Tim has had some success with Grays Harbor with Phil Pine doing a raffle. A few other clubs around the state have done them. But Tim, why don't you talk about the raffle that we're doing there with you guys?
Okay, we are going to raise money for our national teams by doing a raffle, and the prize winner will come to this house where I'm sitting right now. It's a beach house over here on the North Shore. I'll walk you around in just a second, but let me tell you about what the guidelines are for this. We're calling this a 50-50, and the benefit to the athlete is that for every ticket you sell, half of the money that you raise will go for your own travel to help your family get you where you need to go. The other half will come back for your team, for the overhead for the team. But Phil Pine was the one who incentivized this and really got it going well, because that way the athletes could see the benefit come right back to themselves. And for people who want to bring their family on the road or bring somebody in, you can spend that money that you raise on any part of being involved in our national teams that you want, and the team wins too. So the tickets, we're going to be providing packets for each one of the national team coaches. These will come around to all the athletes that are participating. The tickets sell for $20 each. We'll give you the customized tickets and a flyer, and you'll give us back a ticket stub with the contact information for whoever you sold it to, Aunt Myrtle, Uncle Bob, whoever it is that you sell it to. We'll be having our raffle drawing. When are we doing it?
I think we're going to do it at Fargo on the podium or on the platform, Matt.
Okay, and we're providing 2 airline tickets to come over here too, along with the house for 1 week. So we hope each team will take this seriously and get out and raise some money. This is a way for us to get a all-star team going. This is a way for us to grow the number of national teams that we can afford to put on the road. This is a way for us to get behind some exchange programs. Like, we would like to bring a team over here and stay at this house as a team and line some duels up over here. Zach Hernandez, one of our coaches, is from over here, and he's helping us out with that, along with Lindy Terrell and the Terrell family. So we have some great things in mind. Let's all go raise some money. I just want to show you really quickly here. The house, this is just in a private neighborhood. It's pretty modest, but what's cool is that you're right on the beach. This is La Ie Bay right here I'm pointing out at. And way off on the horizon is La Ie Point. So this whole bay is kind of protected. There's a barrier reef right out there. And at low tide, it's like Lake Washington. So you can just swim around. Right here behind me are the mountains. There's just a little community here. There's chickens running around the street. And as you can see, there's no tourists anywhere. So you kind of have the place to yourself. It's great for family vacations. We've been coming over here for 15 years. And everybody who comes always says they have a good time. So there you go. That's it for the raffle. And look for some flyers and tickets soon.
Yep. So those, reiterate, Tim, you said those tickets are going to be $20. So $10 will go to the athlete to help cover cost, and $10 will come back to Washington State Wrestling to help cover the cost of our expenses.
Yeah, to add to our budget to be able to do more with our teams. Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, so to get that out there, just so people understand, when we talk Fargo, that one trip, that one event cost Washington State Wrestling about $112,000 is our estimate this year. Last year it was $108,000. Athlete contribution comes out to be about $42,000. The state subsidizes $70,000 on that trip, and that's just one. And then when we start talking about schoolboy duels, cadet duels, junior duels, the females, women's nationals, each one of those is about $10,000 to $16,000 in revenue that we help subsidize after we have expenses out between flights. I mean, flights to Tulsa this year were $503. Our athletes are paying $450 to be on that team. So that doesn't even touch registration and hotels and transportation and coaching stipends to get our best coaches out there. So definitely this Hawaii raffle, I think, will add to what we're doing and help offset some of those costs, and adding events like bringing a team to Hawaii. I think that's a great idea. But yeah, so as far as all that goes, look for the email this next week. It will be a lengthy email covering all this information. If you're planning on being part of the dual team, please let us know by filling out the dual team interest form or registering for Fargo if you've already qualified, just so we know how many tickets we need to plan on selling. I think right about what are you thinking, Tim? 2,000, 3,000?
Hey, one thing I know that you forgot to say is we have 2 cadet teams.
Oh, yeah, we're putting two cadet teams here in Spokane. So if you're at all interested in being on a team, please register. Please fill it out. Oh, the other thing I forgot too is our national team gear will be up and be ready for our purchase here in the next week. We're going to do a first big bulk order, so we'll have it in-house. Because really our schoolboy team, unfortunately, it's hard for us to get that turned around really quick for you. So we're going to be adding that, buying a bunch of stuff. And then we have a WSWAgear.com is a new gear website through Shopify that we are putting out there and launching a brand, WSWA Gear. We'll be selling gear year round coming up next year. Way better or more affordable prices than other places, but nonetheless, it just gives us an opportunity to flood the market with our product. As I get emails on a weekly basis asking where we can get gear, and we don't have any, so we decided to create a platform to be able to sell gear year round. So that look for that to be coming. Again, that's WSWAgear.com. You can get on and put your email in there, and as soon as it opens, you'll get the email, be the first to know that it's open. And we partner with the manufacturer out east, and they're going to be doing all our gear for us. So it's pretty exciting. But aside from that, Tim, that's all I got. Hopefully that answers any questions any of you guys have. But again, Memorial Day weekend is our first camp. We've got CISPA's June 30th through July 3rd. They're in Randall, Washington. Those are our 2 national team camps this year. If you're interested on the dual team, please get on Washington State Wrestling national teams and click dual team interest form. Our coaches have been selected, and they will be notified this week. And the email will be sent out next week regarding our coaches and national training camps and practices and all the above. So again, pay attention to that email, read it. Okay. Don't reply to me and ask me when Memorial Day camp is, when the date's on the email. So anyway, I appreciate everybody. It's fun serving you guys. If there's any questions or anything, please give me a call, shoot me an email, get a hold of Tim after. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Tim.
Thanks, buddy.
Forgot. It's Tim's birthday today, and he's celebrating it in Hawaii. So, all right, well, I got to go run practice here in about 25 minutes. So I got to run. Appreciate everything, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, thanks, Justin. Take it easy, everybody.
All right, Tim, I just